light spilled across the trees.
They
felt lucky from the first breath. The kind of day when footsteps fall in the right places and the bush gives back what people. The hunters left early. No hurry. Grass, a faint smell carried on warm. Each sign spoke clearly if you knew how to listen. A large lion moved in the distance, slow and proud. The hunters watched only long enough to be respectful of danger. This was not their path today, they turned away without. Later, they noticed a strange sight near a rocky outcrop.
In northern Tanzania lives the Hadza, a small indigenous community whose lifestyle has remained remarkably consistent for tens of thousands of years. While the modern world has transformed nearly every human society, the Hadza continue to live by the rhythms of nature, guided by knowledge refined across countless generations. Their homeland is a striking landscape of acacia trees, rocky hills, and open grasslands. Rainfall is unpredictable, temperatures can soar, and survival requires intimate knowledge of every plant, track, and seasonal pattern. To outsiders, this environment appears harsh and unforgiving. To the Hadza, it is a living map filled with food, water, shelter, and meaning. A living link to early humanity. Anthropologists often describe the Hadza as one of the closest living cultural parallels to early Homo sapiens. Genetic and archaeological evidence suggests that their ancestors have inhabited this region for tens of thousands of years, maintaining a subsistence strategy centered on hunting wild animals and gathering naturally available foods. Unlike agricultural societies that rely on crops or domesticated livestock, the Hadza obtain everything directly from their environment. There are no farms, no permanent settlements, and no stored food reserves. Life moves with the seasons and with the availability of resources.
Zanesani takwe ayaboko anetami.
Loki wentino light. About Hadzabe women building huts, while children relax and eat. In the open savanna surrounding Lake Eyasi, in northern Tanzania, daily life unfolds in a rhythm shaped by land, season, and tradition. As morning light spreads across the dry grasslands, members of the Hadzabe community begin one of the most essential activities for survival: building shelter. These shelters are not permanent homes. They are temporary, mobile structures designed to move with the people and the environment here. Home is not a fixed place. It is something created, used, and left behind as the community follows food, water, and changing seasons. The work of building the hut is led primarily by women. With calm focus and practiced skill, they move through nearby woodland collecting materials. Their knowledge of plants is precise and intuitive, They know which branches bend without breaking, which leaves provide insulation, and which grasses create effective covering against sun and wind. The construction begins with a simple but efficient design. Thin, flexible branches are pressed into the ground in a circular pattern. One by one, the branches are bent inward and tied together, forming a low dome-shaped frame. The movements are smooth and confident, the result of experience passed from mother to daughter across generations. There are no measurements, no written plans, no specialized tools. Only memory, observation, and cooperation. While some women shape the structure, others gather layers of dry grass, leaves, and plant fibers. These materials are woven carefully across the frame, forming a natural wall that shields against heat during the day and cool air at night. The process is quiet but alive with communication, soft conversation, shared laughter, and the sound of branches brushing together. Each person understands her role without instruction. The work is collective, fluid, and efficient. Nearby, children observe and participate in their own way. Some help by carrying small branches or leaves. Others simply watch, absorbing knowledge through presence rather than formal teaching. Learning happens naturally, without separation between work and life. A short distance away, several children rest in the shade of an acacia tree. They sit together comfortably, eating foods gathered earlier in the day. Bright wild berries stain their fingers, roasted tubers, softened by fire, are shared easily. Pieces of wild honey, thick, golden and rich, are passed from hand to hand. Food is not owned individually, it is shared. There is no urgency in their movements. The children eat slowly, talking quietly, sometimes laughing, sometimes simply observing the world around them. Their corners reflects a life not governed by schedules, but by need and opportunity. Smell of smoke drifts gently from a nearby fire used for cooking and warmth. The air carries the subtle hum of insects and distant bird calls. The environment is not background. It is an active presence shaping every action. Back at the construction site, the hut begins to take its final form. The woven covering thickens, creating shade and protection. From a distance, the structure blends naturally with the landscape. Its colors mirror the earth, soft browns, muted greens, pale golds of dried grass. Inside, the space is simple and functional. The ground is laid with plant material for comfort and insulation. There are no divisions, no furniture, no decoration beyond necessity. The hut is designed for rest, protection, and closeness. Simplicity here is not absence, it is precision. Every element serves a purpose. As the sun rises higher, the completed shelter provides cool shade. Members of the community gather nearby, escaping the growing heat. The hut becomes a center of daily life, a place for rest, conversation, and care. The women who built it now sit together. Some preparing gathered food, others caring for young children.
Morning opened wide over the dry country near Lake Eyasi in Tanzania. Light spilled across the grass and acacia trees, and the village stirred with quiet purpose. Today felt lucky from the first breath. The kind of day when footsteps fall in the right places and the bush gives back what people need. The hunters left early, bows in hand, moving in a loose line that curved with the land. No hurry, no wasted motion. They read the ground. Broken twigs pressed grass, a faint smell carried on warm air. Each sign spoke clearly if you knew how to listen. Along the way they saw many things, but not everything deserved attention. A large lion moved in the distance, slow and proud. The hunters watched only long enough to be respectful of danger. This was not their path today, they turned away without excitement. Later, they noticed a strange sight near a rocky outcrop, dust swirling, heat shimmering shapes in the distance that looked almost unreal. Stories speak of dragons in the mind of the desert, but the hunters only smiled. Some things are for stories, not for the hunt. They continued forward, steady and focused. And the tracks appeared, deep, wide, fresh. A big forest boar had passed through recently, rooting under shrubs, breaking branches with heavy strength. The ground told the story clearly. This animal was strong, well-fed and moving alone. A gift if found, a challenge if missed. The hunters spread out, silent as shade. One circled wide to watch the wind. Another followed the deeper impressions where the boar's weight pressed hardest into the soil. They did not chase. They allowed the bush to guide them. The forest thickened, birds grew quiet. The air smelled of earth and dry leaves. Then they saw it. The boar stood near a fallen tree, massive shoulders rising and falling as it searched for food. Its tusks curved pale against dark hide. For a moment everything paused, hunters, animal, wind, even sound itself. Action came like lightning. A bow lifted, a breath held, an arrow flew true. The boar ran hard through brush and shadow, but the hunters moved with knowledge earned across generations. They followed patiently, reading signs invisible to most eyes. When the moment came again, they were ready. Afterward, there was no shouting, only respect. The hunters placed hands upon the animal and gave quiet thanks. Life feeds life, this is understood deeply. They prepared the boar carefully, dividing meat with practiced skill. Nothing wasted, nothing rushed. Strength for many days rested in that single animal. When they returned, the village came alive with joy. Children ran first, calling out with excitement. Elders stepped forward with calm smiles. Women prepared fires while others gathered wood and hung racks for drying meat. Fresh cuts went directly to the flames, fat melted and dripped, hissing on coals. Smoke rose thick and fragrant, carrying the promise of a full meal. The first bites were shared among all, hunters, elders, children, because food is never owned by one person alone. Other portions were sliced thin with careful hands. Strips were hung above slow, steady smoke. This was the old way. Preserving meat into strong, lasting jerky that could travel far and endure long seasons. The smoke wrapped the meat in protection and memory at the same time. As the afternoon deepened, work turned into celebration. Stories grew bigger with each telling. One hunter demonstrated the boar's size with arms spread wide, and laughter answered him. Elders spoke of past hunts, comparing tracks and seasons. Young ones listened closely, learning not from instruction but from presence. The smell of roasting meat filled the air. People sat in small circles, sharing food from hand to hand. No plates, no separation, only togetherness. Even the dogs rested nearby, content and patient. As the sun lowered, the sky burned orange and gold across the open land. Smoke drifted upward in soft blue lines. The jerky darkened slowly, gaining strength from fire and time. Evening brought music, rhythmic clapping, voices rising and falling like wind through grass. Feet moved in dust, light and joyful. The hunt was not only about food, it was about skill, respect, memory, and unity. Bellies filled, hearts warmed, the village stepped into calm satisfaction. Night arrived gently, stars appeared sharp and countless above the quiet land. Fires glowed low, and the final pieces of meat were set to cool. Children slept close to elders, hunters rested, bodies tired but spirits strong. It had been a full day. They had walked far, ignored distractions, trusted knowledge, honored the animal, fed the people, and continued traditions older than memory. A strong hunt, old food prepared with care. A tribe gathered in happiness. A good day in the village.
Katanya mdomoni Loskio.
Ali, o cara canta aí a faca tipo tá macando do quanto canta até. Você tá. Ya, bedana ko pele ka. Akaya ko nako. Dada ko be. Dada. Amma. Ale. Ele muna leo tuko.
Baya pea kukulu. Nga bika ba sabang ka leo na moto nange. Jani ko atateka. Kaka kwani. Ah? Ali. Ada tujuh ni. Tujuh panah. Banda tujuh pan. Ada ni. Kaya ko kandor. Kaya ko kandor lo. Oh ya, Oma. Go.